Right guys, it's Hell Hades, it's another Raid Shadow Legends video, and this is going to be an account takeover. I feel like I've not done one of these for a little while, so we've got Alchemist here who is looking for some account support. He basically would like to elevate his Clanboss damage, so we're on Nightmare. He's doing like 7 to 10 million per key, so he's coming in here at the sort of second chest. It's not good enough. We want to be pushing him up to that top chest. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump in and see how far we can get with that. He then wants us to come in at the kind of mid-level spider phase. He's just struggling to get anything going here beyond stage 15. He'd like to push it on some more. So that's going to be a second challenge for us today. In terms of missions, he is literally right there, stage 15. He's done it 4 times on auto, but he's used tons of energy to get that far. So he's just like, please help me clear stage 15. We're going to do that today, and we're going to do a bit more as well. How are we doing here? This is looking cool. Decent looking great haul. Accuracy's been the focus. I'd even say now, perhaps get your... I'd say you don't necessarily need to go 10 out of 10 on the accuracy for the blue affinity there. Personally, I probably wouldn't. I would probably, instead of pumping this 900 into this, I know he's farmed a long time to do it, I'd probably actually just get some here. I'd use a good chunk and just say, right, let's get these up to level 3, especially for the Clanboss team, especially for the team that are going to be running dungeons, because this is going to help you more than just getting 10 more accuracy. So for me, once you've got your kind of mission done with the 10, personally, I'd say I wouldn't go beyond 6 until you've kind of got all your defense up to 6, all your HP up to 6, all your crit damage up to 6, and then I would go back to accuracy and finish those off. So I'll give Alchemist that feedback. Obviously, he's going to watch the video anyway, but that's definitely the avenue I would go. But it looks like he's got his arena kicking on, because that is some good progress right there. Yeah, he's kind of mid-gold, which is great. Great position to be farming up your great haul. So good effort there. Let's just have a quick look at how he's doing on other dungeons. So decent progress here. He's got 17 on farm, which will be the next stage of missions. Dragon 20 is on farm right the way through. This is where people normally struggle a bit, but actually decent. So probably 15 is on farm. I'd say the other 2 are probably not. So let's have a look then. What have we got to play with? Alchemist is relatively low spender. Maybe it's not actually. What are we on here? Day 100. Oh yeah. So he's been playing for a while, because that's the new login rewards. But he does have one of the fusions here, another fusion here, another fusion, and he's pulled a kind of sprinkling of other legendaries there. A couple more in the vault. He's actually got a Protraxer in the vault. She is top tier. Actually, she is top tier for like speed farming dungeons. Obviously for arena as well. Actually, we've got plenty more legendaries. Maybe he's not low spender. I'm not sure. I thought he was, but it doesn't feel like he is. He's got too many legendaries for it. But still, decent account. So let's think to ourselves then, what are we going to do for Clanboss? Just to make sure she potentially is Clanboss. She definitely is. No one else in there. Okay, cool. So we're on Nightmare. Now, the challenge we've got here, and the challenge we get with a number of accounts, is there's no counter-attacker in this team. Counter-attack is, it just makes such a difference when you start to get to this higher level dungeon. But we do have a Vizier. We do have Frozen Banshee, Cult Brawler, Steel Skull. We've got some very good champions in this lineup. We've got ourselves a Razin. So looking through this, we've got all of the kind of key components except a counter-attacker to do a good job on the Clanboss. And the question you have to kind of ask yourself when you're at this stage is, do I speed tune but just accept the fact that I'm not going to have counter-attacks? So, do I bring the speed to a sensible level and try and boost things like my defense, my crit damage, or do I go all out speed and try and get as many hits in as I can, bearing in mind we're not going to have a counter-attacker to kind of enhance that? Vizier makes quite a difference here for us, because Vizier enables you to do something which you can't do if you don't have him, basically, which is extend debuffs forever. And because of that, I think we've got the chance to actually push fast and push Or no, should we? No. Maybe we push slow because Vizier is just going to keep debuffs ticking, I think. I think that's your best route. What I would really love to have seen... Oh, we do have a counter-attacker. Sorry, we do. We've got Skullcrusher just coming up here through the ranks. I think that's a new pull, actually. I think that's a new pull since I first started chatting to Alchemists. So that is going to make my job way, way easier. In fact, it becomes now a top-tier team. Vizier, we've got Skullcrusher in there. We've got Razin. We need a decrease attack champion. So we've got Tyrell. We've got Shareg. And then we just need poison. And probably because we've got Vizier in the team, Steel Skull is going to be our guy for poison. Reason being is that once the poisons are laid, Vizier continues to improve the debuff counts. And at that point, Steel Skull just becomes utility. Whereas if we went Frozen Banshee or Occult Brawler, they would still be trying to place their poisons when we don't need them anymore. Steel Skull turns into your support champion as soon as the poisons are on. So he's definitely the right man for the team. Let's just see what we've been running so far. Yeah, so we've been running a speed team. I don't really get it, if I'm honest. Vizier changes the game. You don't need a speed team if you're running Vizier. You don't need all this poison. I don't get the composition at all. So even if we didn't have that Skullcrusher in now, that's better. Easily better. Just that one change. Yeah, don't really get it, but that's fine. We can work with what we've got. Absolutely can work with what we've got. Now I'm just wondering if I can just ascend this Skullcrusher up one more level, because that will absolutely help what we need to do. So we're nowhere near doing that, which is a shame. The reason being is that putting a banner on him will just boost his defense a bit more, but that's fine. We work with what we got. So what we're going to do then, we're going to just have a look at how the champions are geared today, right now. Some masteries to do there as well. So if we're doing speed tuned for Nightmare, ideally what we have is a Skullcrusher coming in at 171 or close to that speed, but over 170. That means he's going to go before the clan boss will go, but only just. So he puts his counter attack on last possible second, which means everybody's going to get that counter attack for the opportunity to hit the clan boss as many times as possible. Everybody else we want to be between 172 and 189. That means they'll get a full 2 counter attacks every turn. And we want to make sure in masteries we don't have any of these two here, both of them on right now. We don't want any of these speed enhance masteries turned on. We want to turn them off. That way you do a speed tune really well. Just see if we've had any books here. No books in him. Any books here? No. Okay, so look, it is what it is. Books are hard to come by, as we know. We wish there was other ways to get books in this game. This is a bit of an issue though. So you really need that one book in counter attack to make a speed tuned team work. Let's see if we do have books. I'm just going to have a quick chat with Alchemist and see if I can use them. Okay, so I've got the nod to do that. I don't need books anywhere else. You know, a bit more damage on his A1, fine, that's helpful, but it's not like needed. So I'm literally just going to go one book at a time. As soon as I land it, I will stop putting books in. Pray to the RNG gods of everything that we don't do what's going on right now. Come on, give us that A2. There we go, nice. So he's going to be now useful. If you don't get that book into him, then the whole speed tune thing will just fall out of sync. That's cool. So he's now booked up. Which means that we can go speed tune. So obviously his build is just totally useless right now. He needs to be at 171 speed. We need to ramp his defense right up. So we will do some work on him. Let's have a look at some of our others then. Steel Skull. Ideally with this team we need everyone in lifesteal gear. That's the preference. So speed is good. Defense is way too low. Accuracy is way too low. So a bit of work to be done there. Jareg is probably going to be our decrease attack champion because he pairs so well with Steel Skull. Skullcrusher. Speed too slow, defense too low, accuracy too low, so none of that's working for us right now. Let's just see if this was better. Bit better here. a bit better, but still not ideal. And then we've got a Razin. Again, could do with him in lifesteal gear. Too fast, but obviously he wasn't being used for that right now. Accuracy's good, so all of that's kind of working. And then Vizier, too slow, not enough defense. So we want to be going over 170 speed. We want accuracy for anyone who's landing debuffs to be over 170. And we want our defense ideally to be over 3,000. Ideally more than that, but they're like the minimums for Nightmare Clanboss. Otherwise, you're kind of wasting your time. If you don't have enough gear to do that on everybody, then your decreased attack champion needs to be the one you prioritize for the accuracy. If you do not land decreased attack and you don't have someone like a Vizier, then you're going to lose the fight very early. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. So I'm going to go in, do a bit of a gear cleanse. Let's do that now, actually, just kind of show you what I do. So I've got a lot of pieces in this account. All I do, so probably, let me show you lifesteal, because that's the most important set for this account right now. I'm looking for, ideally, defense gloves percentage, defense percentage gloves. So what I'm not looking for is flat stat gloves. Flat stat, straight in the bin, wasting your time. Don't spend silver on that stuff. There's another one, guys. I think we've got one of these accounts. Here's another one. Here's another one. So I've literally got no defense gloves on this account. If you really want to make a difference to your account, then and this is similar to what you've got right now. You've got no defense gloves. You can't find any in dragons. Get yourself into campaign. Just farm the level for brutal campaign. Get yourself some level 5, common, uncommon, doesn't matter, defense percentage main stat gloves. Honestly, you can't even imagine how important it is for you to do well on Clanboss to get those items. Same on chest, we want defense percentage, this is nice. HP percentage is kind of like your secondary. Defense is the primary, HP is the secondary, so that's good as well. Got another HP one there. Nice, nice, nice. That's good. Attack percentage is very rarely used, but you would keep it. Same with accuracy. Flat stat here, straight in the bin. No need for it. Probably wouldn't keep this either. Definitely wouldn't keep this other flat stat. There's definitely like a massive cleanse that needs to go on this account. So that's what I'm looking for. On boots, ideally I'm looking for speed. If I don't get speed, then I want defense percentage or HP percentage. But on account of this level, it's pretty much speed all the way. So we've got no speed boots. We've got one set here. It's going to be really difficult, guys, because we've got one set of speed boots and we've got 5 people that need boots. So again, get yourself into campaign, farm up for level 5 boots. Even level 4 would help. So that's one of the main sets. This is the other main set then. Speed, another flat stats. Just it might be a level 6 item. It is a waste of your time rolling that up. So we're going to find some challenges with this account. Another flat stat there. Defense percentage is good, but it's pretty end game. It's not for this account right now. Another flat stat. So we've got. Do we have any speed boots? We've got no speed boots for either lifesteal gear or speed gear, which is really difficult to do this work. Another flat stat there. Another flat stat rolled right the way up. With terrible substats as well, guys. It's really difficult to do this. Flat stat. Anyway, you get the point. So that's your gloves, your boots, and your chests. And then other items like this, I'm just looking for a couple of good substats. So I'm looking for crit rate, crit damage, speed, accuracy, HP percentage, defense percentage, anything that's going to give me those kind of stats that I need to really boost some damage and to boost survivability, basically. So I probably won't sell anything in the speed set on those sort of items or accuracy. But when it gets to other sets like this destroy set, pretty much nobody uses destroy set in the game, so they need to be top quality items to be worth keeping. So far I'm not seeing any. So these, I mean, that's probably a keeper. These, it's close. These are all just going straight in the bin, giving us a bit more gold. This is quite a nice one to keep. So this might sub in and be useful for us on Clanboss. Again, I'm not going to get rid of any defense percentage gloves because this account is crying out for more. That can go. That can go. Really would love to find some more speed boots somewhere on this account. Same with retaliation. I will just get rid of anything which is not really good because we don't really need it on this account right now. Okay, so you get the idea. I'm going to go through all the sets, cleanse stuff out. Let's see how much we've got left and let's see what we can do. Well, that's one of the biggest cleanses I've ever had to do. 286 items straight in the bin. And that's really been quite generous to the items that are left, to be honest. So we're down to 410 items. This is a bit more workable. Hopefully we can find enough pieces to actually make this team work properly. So I'm going to get into re-gearing everybody now. So I'm kind of going through basically anyone who's got gear on them now to see if I can find other pieces that might help me out here. I've honestly never seen an account like it. I can honestly say it. So many pieces which are flat stats rolled up to full, or rolled up to like 16s. I mean, there couldn't be a more genuine example of, guys, flat stats on boots, chests, gloves. All of these items I'm showing you here that have had like literally thousands and thousands of silver, millions of silver rolled into them, are actually, they should all just be sold. It isn't even worth the cost here to remove this item to sell it. I actually just need to destroy this item. But I can't bring myself to do it. There's so many on this account where we've just had basically crap items rolled up and silver has been invested in these items. It's a travesty. So I was hoping I'd find a few more bits. I'm struggling to do it. I've got a couple more from these champions that have got items on them, but yeah, we're not finding a lot. So this is really going to be tough. This is really going to be tough. Another one here, look at that. Another one. Alchemist, you just got to follow some simple guidance, like flat stats in the bin. I can't say it any more times than I say it. I say it so many times. This is a real example of, I need this one. I'll have this one. Yeah, so much silver has just been thrown into rubbish items. Anyway, let's get gearing people up. So let me show you what we do here. We take somebody like a Razin. He's a good starting point. Actually, he's already not badly geared. So let me take somebody who's probably a bit worse geared than this. Steel Skull. So the first thing I do is I start with the accessories and I say, right, I need to get accuracy on a Steel Skull. So an accuracy banner is the first kind of starting point. He's got the best one here. He's also got a couple of speed rolls. So that's like top tier banner. It's level 4. That's not ideal. But other than that, it's a top tier banner for Clanboss. I then say, well, we still need more accuracy. So we want an amulet. And the amulet for 99% of Clanboss champions should be defense for this type of level of account. If you're real end game, you might go crit damage. There might be some examples where you might decide to go HP, but there's not many. Defense is king in Clanboss. So this one rolled right up here. It's an okay banner. It's got some accuracy on it, but actually I would much rather have defense. This one here is nice because it's got accuracy as well. I will keep looking though to see if I've got options. But one here, no accuracy, so I don't really want it. One here is HP. So yeah, so it looks like this is going to be our banner. Our amulet. So I'm going to take that. If I didn't have much silver, I've got loads of silver here. If I didn't have much, I would roll this up to 12. If I got a couple of rolls in the accuracy, which is what we're after, got one there, that's brilliant. If I get a couple, I'll definitely take it to 16 because that then becomes an end game piece. If you get one roll, it's decent, but I've also got one in crit damage, which is pretty nice. So all in all, I'll probably take this one up to 16. Just see what the level 12 roll is. And then we kind of get ourselves to rings. And again, for 99% of people, for your Clanboss champion, it's not too bad. Your Clanboss champion, you're going to want a defense-based ring. So we've got HP based here. Ideally, we get defense-based and we get some defense here as well. So that's perfect. So look at this, right? So you might say, well, hold on a minute. We've already got defense here. Yeah, but the trouble is that defense is doing really nothing for us. So this defense, when rolled up, is worth way more than 4k HP, okay? If we're at less than 3.5k defense, 250 defense is worth way more than 5,000 HP. Once you get to 3.5k defense, you can then start having a discussion about it. But at the moment, this is what we need: more defense on all of our champions. So I'd roll this up to 12 as well. I'll do that in a minute. We then look at the items surrounding. So we say, right, what sort of boots do we need? Most people are going to need speed boots for, okay? So I need to find some. I've got some here which I took off somebody else, which are actually quite nice. Another set here which are quite nice. We're going to go into lifesteal gear. So I'm going to save these better ones for someone who's going to hit harder for me. This guy's literally just in there. Unless we've got accuracy. No, we haven't. Again, I'm just looking for accuracy here because I want him to be able to land his moves. So they're fine. Okay, so now we need a chest. Got one here with some accuracy on it, so that might be the one. I think it probably will be. Then I'm looking for gloves. So this is nice. I'd rather have defense gloves. We don't have many on this account. I've got some here with a bit of accuracy, but I'm losing speed all the time. Got to bear that in mind. What are these ones? Crit rate. Yeah. But they're quite good. So they're going to be decent for us. I'm going to need one more item. So now what I'm doing is I'm doing a balancing act. I'm saying, right, I need to get myself to the right speed, which is over 172. Ideally for Steel Skull, he's actually your fastest person in the team, but less than 189. So I want a decent chunk of speed to come in on one of these items. That's good there. Ideally, I use something that's already rolled up. Got there, so we've got some accuracy on that one as well. So I think we're going to go with this one, which is going to boost me up now to 150 accuracy. I'm about 20 short of where I need to be. 176 speed is pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is just replace this with another piece of speed gear, but I'm going to try and make sure that I get some accuracy on it. So we're starting to get here to the right sort of realms of where we need to be. That's defense, yeah. Okay. So that's an option. If I had defense and accuracy together, that would be even better. We don't. So it looks like it's going to be this. So you can see we're starting to get towards that level of accuracy that we need. We've got the speed that we need now. We're still a bit short on defense. We've got some more stuff to roll up. So it's going to hit over 3k. And that's that kind of balancing act that I do. So that's basically the premise of what I do with all of the champions. I get myself to the right level of speed, the right level of accuracy, as much defense as I can. Once I tick all those boxes, then I start to worry about, can I get a bit more damage out with crit rate, that type of stuff. But until I can tick those basic boxes, there's no way I look for any of those other stats. Let's get them all done and I'll show you their final builds. Okay, it's showtime. What we got then? We've got a Jareg who is now built up. He's the only one not in lifesteal gear. He's in stalwart gear. Put him in stalwart gear because he's going to take the ally protection hits. It should reduce that damage that's coming in. Whilst that's happening, we've got a Steel Skull that can bring him back, and he does have his own kind of heal as well. So he's the only one not in lifesteal, but I think he can deal with it. I built him up in masteries, which are defensive-based masteries, because we've got Vizier in the team. And what sort of stats have we got then? So we have got good enough accuracy to land that decreased attack. We've got good enough speed to be faster than our Skull Crusher, but slower than the Clanboss kind of overlap. 3.6k defense. He's probably going to do some work for us. Happy with that. We've then got our Skull Crusher. So at the moment we don't have an amulet. He's not ascended. Even so, we have got him in lifesteal gear. We have got 3.2k defense. When we get the amulet, that's going to boost up to about 3.6, 3.7k, which gives us a bit of a better place to be. Nice HP though, 50k. 171 speed, on the money, exactly where we need it. Low accuracy, again, that's what we're after. So he is in good shape. He has got HP gloves, HP chest, defense boots. Only person I've been able to get defense boots on, but that's really helped my build. I would much prefer for this to be a defense chest. If we had one, it would be straight on him. If we could find ourselves something worth having in this speed set, this is as close as we get. It's just not quite good enough. This, I mean, it's just so many. There's so many flat stats. But yeah, so my I'm going to say to Alchemist, get yourself a defense chest in speed. That's what you want next. So that's my Skull Crusher. He is good to go. We've then got ourselves a Steel Skull, who is in Lifesteal set. Masteries are War Master, and this is a good set of masteries if you are running Vizier. So we do want Lasting Gifts to give us a chance for increased defense for longer. This is quite a nice sniper to get those poisons off as early as possible so that Vizier can start to make them work. And this is quite cool as well, Cycle of Magic, to get his support abilities back as soon as possible. We've avoided the 2 speed boosters because we don't want those to kick in. So that's his masteries. In terms of his build then, he has got 179 speed. He's my fastest in the team. Means he can come in and cleanse the stun on manual. 172 accuracy. It's a little bit low, to be honest, but it's the best I could do. 3.1k defense. Again, it's a bit low, but it's the best I could do. I got a defense ring for him. We got a defense amulet, and we got the accuracy banner, so that was all good. We have got defense gloves, defense chest, and speed boots. So it kind of shows how difficult it is to get somebody like a Steel Skull up to that decent level of defense. So Steel Skull's in there. We've then got ourselves Vizier. Vizier, I need to finish his masteries off. He needs to have Sniper as a better chance to extend debuffs because he does not have any books. So I do need to go this route. If he had those books, I would take him defensive route, but he doesn't. So I need the accuracy and I need Sniper. Go through here, go through here. That's all I need. Everything else is going to go into damage. He's got a free hit A1, so he goes under Giant Slayer. We want him to use his A1 as much as possible, so we're going to go methodical. I don't want him to regain any of his skills. I'll give him this just for the fun. So that's Vizier. So yeah, as I say, a bit low, very low actually on the defense, but I'm hoping that by the time he dies, his job will be done. Those debuffs will be extended, and then it's about just keeping everybody else alive. So we will lose him early. That's fine. We've got HP on the gloves. We've got defense on the chest, speed on the boots. We do not have a defense ring. We need one. We've got a defense banner. We've got an accuracy. So we've got a defense amulet. We've got a defense. You can see what we've got. I can't even talk. I can't even talk. This account's getting me down. The rest of it's pretty decent, but yeah, we just could have done with defense gloves really. So that's Vizier, and then we've got Razin. So Razin is built to be beastly. He's going to do damage actually. So he's got 3.6k defense, which is pretty good. 170 accuracy should just about be enough. 64% crit, 176 crit damage is high. That's decent. So I've got him in there. He's going to do my decreased defense, going to do my weaken, but he's also just going to bring shed loads of damage on his A1. That's what we're after. In terms of his masteries, I need to reset these ones. So this is about right, although I do it a little bit differently to this. So if I've got a free hit A1er, I generally want to take these. You want to eventually get to here. So what I do is I prefer getting more damage against higher max HP. I prefer to get methodical to wanting to use A1 a lot. I then just come across one and down. So this is what we need, but this one will give me a lot of damage over the course of the whole clan boss fight. And then we're going to go in defensive tree. I'm going to lose out on some accuracy, but we only need to land his skill once. That's fine. Regen health here. And this is for if we take him into other areas like spiders. So he is low on accuracy. I do need to try and boost his accuracy, so I'm going to use a couple of glyphs. We've got a few in the account. Throw a few of these lovely glyphs on him. Good job, Alchemist, at getting glyphs, by the way. This is really important. If you're trying to boost your damage a decent amount, then having a bunch of glyphs to spend in your account is really, really helpful. So we just kind of top up different levels of abilities. Even 1% here and there, it just makes quite a difference for the fights. Especially useful having a bunch of speed glyphs ready for when you're doing this type of work, because you can actually come in, you know, Steel Skull didn't land exactly on the 171. He was about 169. I had to put two different speed glyphs on him. So it was just useful having those available. So here we go. We just put these last couple of accuracy bits on. That should get us up to about the 170 mark. It's still not ideal, but it's kind of much better. So yeah, I think we're ready to test. So let's get ourselves into Nightmare. Ooh, no thank you. Let's get ourselves into Nightmare. We're about to rock this clan's world. So what do? We have our decrease attack champion up the front. We're going to have Razin in next. We're going to have Steel Skull in after that. Where are you, my friend? Then our Skull Crusher. And then finally Vizier. Vizier goes last because he's going to extend all of the debuffs that we bring on here. We want to get a decrease attack as our primary debuff to go on. So he's first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And let's do it. Let's do this. We will get a lot more damage with this team if we go manual, especially at the start. If you have got a Vizier in your team, you basically want to manual the start of your fight all the time until you get full debuffs. And at that point, you can then just let auto run. So we've got all of our main debuffs up. Now we just got to get poisons going. And you'll see the effectiveness of Vizier. He's already extended them up once. He's going to do it again for me because we're live on camera. He wouldn't let me down. Here we go. Bang, 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 up to freeze. And that's why Vizier is so good. And it's why, if you've got him, he probably should be in your team unless you're super endgame and you've got even better champions. So the main thing we're after now is just those poisons getting landed on. Come on, Steel Skull, do your job. Do that job. So anyway, I'm going to run this through and I will show you the results at the end. Well, what can I say? We are on run 1, 29 million on Nightmare. We have just tripled the damage of this team. It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. So obviously we've gone from struggling to 4-key Nightmare to smashing a 2-key on Nightmare. What I'm going to do, because we've got another key kind of waiting to go here, I'm going to throw this... Oh, we can't even do it. I was going to throw this team into Ultra Nightmare and see where we could get. This is an endgame team. This team is absolutely going to... once there's better gear in this account, they'll be able to 1-key Nightmare for sure. The one thing that was letting me down, actually, Steel Skull was a bit slow landing his stuff. And I'm just wondering if he's booked. Ah, okay, here we go. So he would massively benefit from some more books. There are some more books on this account. There's 4 more books. I will recommend to Alchemist that he books him out because he would make a big difference there. If he can't book him out or doesn't want to, then maybe there's an argument to say bring Frozen Banshee in. But she doesn't bring the other utility that Steel Skull's bringing there. So definitely would be good to get some books onto that Steel Skull. But all in all, that's a great key. I guess we're going to move on to spiders. So for spiders, let's just remind ourselves we're on level 15 here, which means we're kind of starting to transition now from full AoEs to turn meter control, single target damage. So what have we got in this account? We've got an Ultimate Gaelic. He's probably more likely to be useful from like level 16, 17 onwards. For now, we're going to leave him out the mix. I might come back to him if it's not working. Razin, already built. He's going to be coming into the team. And then I think we're going to need to have one of these Cold Hearts. Oh, we've got an Armiger here. How's he built? Not too bad. Not too bad. So he needs a crit to drop that turn meter. And his crit rate's a little bit low. So he's at sort of what, 50-odd percent, 53%. So we need to bring that crit rate up and then he'll be good to go. No mastery, so. Let's just check here. No max masteries. So this is going to be our cold heart then. So we need to pump up this crit rate. Accuracy is actually very good. This build's not bad at all, actually. Defense chest is not bad. We'd prefer an HP one for spiders. So that the reason being is, one, she's got really bad base defense. So throw a defense chest on her and it doesn't do a lot. But two, if you throw the HP up, she's less likely to be targeted by the boss. So if we've got HP percentage chests anywhere, not these crazy ones that we've rolled up so far, then that will be a good option for us. I'm not seeing much. This is not bad. This is not bad. It gives us a bit of crit rate as well. So I think we're going to go with that. Attack boots is not what we want. We want speed boots. Speed boots, ideally with a bit of crit rate. These would be good if they were speed. Ideally with a bit of crit rate. This is not bad. No crit rate here, so we want to find some crit rate for that. This is nice. This is almost like, oh wow, this is like a cold heart piece. Crit rate, crit damage, speed, accuracy. Yes, please. We'll take all of those. Thank you very much. That's what we want. Speed, this is nice as well. So I just want to flip these into crit rate gloves. We've already got tons of accuracy going on here. So if we roll a couple of crit rates here, come on YouTube, give me some sort of luck today. Give me some sort of luck. Let's have some crit rate gloves. Crit rate. Oh yeah, let's go again. Let's go again. Are you with me, guys? You gotta feel it. You gotta feel it. Crit rate. Oh, HP is actually not bad. So these are going to be our gloves. I'm going to take those right up instead. So we're going to start to get our crit rate up here. We're going to get a bit of crit rate here because we're going to get another double roll. Watch this. Watch this. This is how we get crit rate. Turn on the camera and you just want it to happen. Let's go. Oh yeah. Are we going to get a double though? Of course we're going to get a double. Of course we're getting a double. Come on. Come on, game. Work with me. At least give me a roll. We're only on level 8. Here we go. Yes. Yes, double crit rate. Perfect. So all of a sudden we've gone up to, what's that, more like 63, is that? 62%? We only need to get about another 10% crit rate. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch this one out as well. We don't necessarily need set bonuses here, but it could help us, albeit they're coming out anyway. Probably won't have set bonuses for these last pieces. I just want to find fast speed boots. So look at these beauties. 6-star speed boots with crit rate, with accuracy, with HP. Hallelujah! We found ourselves some boots. Okay. Now we're starting to get our speed up. We're getting our accuracies in good place. Our crit rate's where we need it. So now we're looking for is damage. Damage and speed. That's not too bad. I don't need this set bonus. So this isn't what I'm... If I could get it and had a good piece, I would take it. But I just want now some insanely good crit damage on a shield. That's what we're after now. Crit damage and speed's quite nice. Ideally, I just find a 6-star shield somewhere already rolled up with 19% crit damage on it. Yes, please. I'll take it. That's nice. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to roll these up. We'll crit damage here. Crit damage, yes, please. Just check we haven't got one already done. Okay. Not going to lose anything I need, so we're going to throw that in there. That's going to get rolled up. And then we want HP on a ring, ideally. Perfect. So the reason why we want HP on the ring, again, we do not want the spiderlings to target cold hearts. We need to raise our HP up. And then what they'll do is the spiderlings will go after someone that's got high defense but low HP, like a Razin. That's where we want the spiderlings to go, not after Chica cold hearts. So this is all looking good. We've actually got tons of accuracy without an accuracy banner, so that's pretty decent. Yeah, that's good. We've got an attack one, but loads of speed. I don't need to change it. It's already rolled up. So I'm going to roll all these bits up and she will be good to go. So Cold Heart, Razin are going to be 2. We could do with a decrease. We've got decreased defense and weaken here. And turn meter. I'm going to get this guy firing so that he's going to be going. We're going to get Apothecary good to go. He's already actually pretty good. Yeah, already looking pretty good. So that's 1, 2, 3. We need some sort of healer. Probably going to be our Steel Skull because he's already built. And then maybe someone else for a bit of protection. Maybe someone like the Tormund just for a bit of protection. So got plenty of champs here. I'm going to get them all sorted. And then we're going to go and annihilate some Spiderlings. Okay, we're going to go for this end. So we've got ourselves Omega. He's got a bit more crit rate. Still not enough really, but he'll do the job. Razin, as we know. Steel Skull, as we know. This Cold Heart's turned out really nice. So we've got 80% crit rate, 228 crit damage, 238 accuracy, okay speed, good HP. So she's in good spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, I mean, we might still go with Ultimate Gaelic. Whereas I don't have an increased attack champion to activate him set up here. Do we have anyone? Got no one obvious here, so I might just come in with somebody who's going to support. Let's do this. Let's get involved. Can we get this auto team running? So see what he's trying to do. He's trying to get himself a nice smash and grab, but 4 negative affinities doesn't really help us for that sort of fight. So we're going to bring in our Apothecary. We're going to bring in Razin, Steel Skull. That Cold Heart that I just built. Make sure that's the right one. Nope. If you hold down your left click, go into total stats, it will tell you what that one is. That's the one we want. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who else did I just build? Omega. There we go. So what we got here: speed, healing, remove debuffs. Turn meter, nuke, decrease defense and weaken. So it feels like it's pretty solid. Negative affinity here, so he's probably going to be the target. Let's see what we do. Needs to be an auto, so let's just see how she runs. Should run pretty good, I think. Razin's going to go with his drop turn meter to start with. Gives us a good base to start from. I'm hoping we don't get the Heartseeker off before, I think we might actually, before decreased defense and weaken gets out there, which is not ideal. Yes, it's not ideal. Didn't land the decreased defense and weaken anyway, which is a bit weird. I guess he's not booked up, so I guess he's just lacking what he needs there. We do have masteries on Steel Skull. We do have masteries on Razin and maybe not Apothecary. We definitely do on Cold Heart. Might have got their names around the wrong way there for the first time ever. We definitely could do with that decreased defense and weaken up. That would really help us here. I think the Apothecary is going to drop pretty soon. Here he goes. So we've basically done no damage so far. It's not ideal. Not ideal. Decreased defense, weaken are on. Now we're going to be able to start doing some proper damage. We just need for the Cold Heart to recycle her move. Start to get some turn meter coming in from Omega. There we go, that's more like it. 480k, that's decent. Don't really want her being the target. She's the target right now because he still had increased defense up. But because she's dropped so low in health, the Spiderlings have continued to go after her. So that's not great for us here. Probably means we're not going to do it this first time. Drop turn meter there, that's useful. Got a bunch of poisons on him. Still got a chance, I guess. Still got a chance. We need Arbigger to step up and do a big old smack. And we need to keep Razin in the game. Dropped a bit of turn meter. Nice hit there, 40 odd K. We're going to get a reset, like a part reset now. Plenty of poison damage, but we're still struggling really. Razin's still doing nice for health. Increased defense is going to help that as well. Razin goes again. Big old hits. Turn meter drop again. It's close. It's close. Didn't help that I lost my apothecary so early. Poison's ticking back up. The next reset from the spider is going to be a full reset with health gain. So that's a bit of a concern. Could have done with that turn meter drop there. Get that cleanse off again. There's the reset, half health. Don't think it's going to happen. So let's... I'm going to let it run. I'll show you the result if we get it. I don't think we're going to get it, but we can go back to just thinking about champs. Yeah, it's not going to happen. So what I'm going to try instead, I'm just going to bring in the Skull Crusher to give me a counter-attack. So I'm thinking that counter-attacks, it's just going to keep us alive for longer. Hopefully he's going to become the target and we'll be able to just do a bit more work with getting these counter-attacks on people like the Armiger that can take people down. So look, I'm going to let this one run through. I'm not going to make you watch every run, but I think this is going to be the one that we need. 2 people with lifesteal gear, no, 3 people with lifesteal gear. Everybody apart from Armiger's got mastery, so yeah, I think we could be good with this, but I'll show you in a minute. There we go, 2 minutes 37, full auto. Perfect, we've got ourselves a spider team. So that team will carry us through. We've got the Royal Guards in the team as well that can come in for when the affinity changes. But all in all, I'd say that is a successful takeover. Tripled Clanboss damage. Spider team to run on auto to get those missions going again. I've been Hell Hades, and this has been my channel, Addicted to Gaming. Catch you all later.